Are you ready?
Yep.
Coach, before you came up, we were discussing very sage notion that it's a great thing for you tonight that basketball games are played in 2 halves, college games, because it was really just a totally different set. Can you talk about the contrast between the 2 halves, allowing for the fact that while offensively in the first half you weren't great, you were great defensively?
Yeah, defense for us is sometimes not our calling card, but we held them to 51, made enough plays. In the second half, we were able to do a little bit better. I'm looking here, we missed foul shots, missed threes. Like usually the thing we do is make threes, and for us to win a game and go 5 for 12 from the foul line and 5 for 26 from 3 is a testament to how hard our guys played on defense.
At what point during the game, because you saw it wasn't going in at first from the arc starting 0 for 6, but at what point did you see that going in the paint and really bullying them down there was at least going to help you guys find your stride offensively?
Yeah, I think we had to do something else. You know what I mean? Like we had to get rebounds, we had to throw it in the column a little bit, and then we missed foul shots. Something to be said, they send us these brand new balls. I hate to complain, but these balls are horrendous, and so we've got to practice with them for one day, and we shoot the heck out of it, and the balls are bouncing everywhere. And something to be said that we're gonna go down and take the ball down the field tomorrow and put it on the rough courts and try to scrape it so it's better tomorrow. Something, because that's the best thing we do is shoot it, and But it's testament. We decided like Luke and Ian were able to go get some rebounds and get some second chance, get some easy layups to help us put them away.
I want either of the seniors to weigh in on this. This is your 3rd year in a row in this tournament, and my original lead was it's points, not style points, that settle games in the NCAA tournament. What did you see from yourselves and your team in the second half that indicated that you made the first half a distant memory and started fresh in the second?
Yeah, I'll speak on that. Like we said, when we saw shots weren't falling, we knew, and we talked about it in the locker room, that we needed to get some. We started feeding it inside, getting it to Colin. I think we got a few layups and dunks in there to get ourselves going in the second half. And so, yeah, you're right. I mean, points, not style points, is what ultimately leads to us more points at the end of the game. And while we didn't shoot it great, we grinded it out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know there's 2 sides to the game. It's offense and defense. And if one side's clearly not working, you got to go get it all back on the other side. I mean, we held them to 15 points in the first half or something, maybe less, but they were at 15 for a long time. And
It was 27-15.
27-15, that's unbelievable defense. And I don't know, I think that shows us that, like Coach said, we're usually an offensive team, but we can also go and win it with defense. And I think in this tournament, games are going to have to be won that way because they can be ugly, and all that matters in the end is just getting the win.
I wanted to ask you real quick because, it's anybody's game when it comes to the tournament. Mary Baldwin definitely not trying to leave early, and they come out 7-2 run. Was anything said to just kind of calm everything down, just keep everything going forward and saying we're all right, everything is okay?
I think I probably said it every time now. Just calm down, and you guys stop and just play basketball. It's I said it at halftime. I said this is we have plans to keep going and keep winning. That's what we talk about as a team, and those plans don't involve playing like that in the first half or even in the second half, and so I was telling them guys, we got to play better, but it's unacceptable. The effort's there, but we got to do other stuff. We got to play better, and these guys, I said at half, they'll tell you I was the 2 guys that are calmer, the 2 guys sitting next to me that have been through it. The other guys haven't been through this that much, and they're calm, and they really bring a presence to help calm us down, and they'll tell you. That's what I said at halftime. I said just play basketball a little bit.
Coach, I wondered if you had a chance to absolutely no disrespect meant to your opponent tonight, but that first game tonight, Hope, extremely impressive. Reminded me a lot of the way Wisconsin Whitewater came in here last year and played. Really opened eyes. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of the game. Just offer a brief glimpse on what might unfold tomorrow against Hope.
Yeah, they're good. It's hard to see because they were playing against zone. They're big inside. They shoot it. They do everything. They're a team that, watching them tonight, I said, that could be a Final Four team. You know what I mean? They're a team that, you felt like that against Whitewater last year too. It's oh wow, look at these guys. They're really well coached. They play in a tough league. So they're they'll be ready to go tomorrow. And we have to try to simulate a plan and put it together by 11:45 tomorrow for practice. So like we're gonna try to figure out what to do. And I've watched them a few times. My former assistant is the head coach at Alma in their league, so I've been able to watch Hope when they played them, and so I know what we're getting into. But like at this point, you can't complain. Like you're second round at home, like you're gonna play good people. Round of 32, 30 teams left. Like they're the best. So like we got to beat good people. We've beat good people all year, and we're gonna see another quality opponent tomorrow, and hopefully we're ready to go.
And since you brought up two seniors, I'm going to call on your accumulated wisdom of now third year in the NCAA tournament. Last year, after a great game, he came up short against Whitewater. And of course, then they went on to get to the final two. What has to happen tomorrow for you guys to be competitive against a team that's a notch above Mary Baldwin?
I would say we just need to be unwavering. Basketball's a game of runs, and we've seen just some of the craziest things happen in our own NCAA tournament games. Our first year, we went on a buzzer beater, and then we're down the whole game at Oshkosh, and we somehow managed to pull it out. Like, games are won ugly. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you just got to be focused on winning and not get too down on yourself. You're playing bad, you're going to play better, and you just got to keep going and focus on next play, and that's kind of it.
And then Ian and Luke, talk about the fan support. Student section was rocking today. Gym was packed. Talk about what that means to you guys to see that here tonight and hopefully tomorrow night.
Yeah, that means everything to us. Seeing the stands filled like that now as a senior, in the couple years past that really feels really good, and it feels great to have that support in these games. They really give us a lift. I say that because when we first got here, we played in a lot of empty gyms, and so to be able to have these high caliber games on our court with this kind of buzz with the students and seeing them just explode, it just makes me feel really good, and it really helps our team.
Coach, I almost forgot to do this. Wasn't a typical Mazio game, but Colin and Sam really stepped, especially Sam. I thought, what did you get from those two guys tonight that helped you overcome what for Anthony is a subpar scoring game?
Yeah, they did a good job on Anthony. They were really bothering him and trying to get underneath of him. And I was yelling at him a little bit too. And
Well, they bumped him hard.
yeah, so that's what they're going to do tomorrow. So he's going to have to get used to it and give him a little bit more space. Colin's an ultimate competitor. He's going to bring it every night, and he's been through the NCAA tournament, and he needs to make some threes and foul shots tomorrow, hopefully. And Trun's just he just keeps doing it, and he made some timely shots and takes some crazy ones as well. But he made big plays, and we have so many experienced guys. We're 8 deep, and any night anyone can go nuts. Umar was 0 for 4, and Richie didn't make any, and Ian had 2 tonight. Like, he could have 15 tomorrow, he could have 18. That's just how we do it, and and it's just share the ball, play better tomorrow, and it's on your home court with a great crowd. Like, it's what you ask for. You can't ask for anything else. Like, it's what you live for as a player, as a coach. Like, you want to play in these games. That's like, when I was a player, I would love to see that many people in there, and it's what you live for. That's why for the love of the game at Division III. But it's more than that. It's more than that, and our fans showed up tonight, and I'm sure they'll be there again tomorrow.
Ian, Luke, Coach, thank you.
I'm good.
Catch you tomorrow.
Thank you.